We're back. This is the Daily Westchester Live. I'm Peter Moses with co-host David Singer. Hello, David.
Hey, Peter.
And our guest for today is Jenifer Ross, who runs a company called Water Cooler that's located in Tarrytown. It's not so much a company right now as it is a meeting point. It's a business, but it's a place for people who have small businesses where they normally work out of their homes. But she provides brick and mortar walls for them to work out of, and it seems that it's a very collegial environment and one where people are learning about other businesses and can get some feedback on their own business. And tonight, since Jenifer has become a lightning rod in Westchester for people who are trying to grow their small businesses, she's actually speaking at a sold-out event. So if you wanted to go see her tonight, you're not able to, unless maybe there's a way to go on StubHub and buy somebody's seat. I don't know if the professional women of Westchester actually sell their tickets on StubHub. I somehow doubt that they are. But she's speaking tonight there, and it's at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. That would be in Tarrytown, right?
It was at Marriott, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So great. Now let's talk a little bit about a little bit more about the business. When we were on break, you brought something up, and what is it that you were?
Well, two things came up during break. One is that part of co-working in any business that you want to bring to a downtown, especially a small downtown, really helps the downtown thrive more by bringing new businesses and multiple types of businesses into your downtown to utilize it. And one of the programs that all members get to enjoy as a water cooler member is that we have something called the Water Cooler Advantage Program. And that means that all of our members can enjoy discounts at over 24 shops and establishments in our downtown, only in the 10591 zip code, which is Tarrytown Sleepy Hollow. So not only does that keep business downtown, but it also gives our members a perk to be members at Water Cooler.
And did they take advantage of that?
Not everybody does. They have a water cooler key card, and they should be showing it downtown, but I always hear people say to me, "Oh, darn it, I forgot to show my key card. I could have gotten 5% off on my pizza."
Is Coffee Labs one of your the companies that does it, or no? Not yet.
Not yet.
Let me ask you, with your with your 50 or so folks who are leasing or renting desk space or office space from you, how do they find out about you, and B, where are they from? I mean, how do they like what's the furthest someone's traveling to get to you?
At this point, I think our furthest member comes from the Katona area, and the majority, I would say, 50% come from Tarrytown Sleepy Hollow. We have some Pleasantville, Irvington, Chappaqua, Thornwood. So
but no one from the Sound Shore as of yet.
Not that
That'd be
I'm
New
aware
Rochelle,
of.
Pelham, Rye, Portchester.
We had one day tripper a few months ago, but that's it. Yeah.
A day tripper.
Well, if any of you do want to call and speak to
traveling.
Jenifer about this business model that she's growing, the number here is 636-0110. Please feel free to call. You can discuss this this business model and ideas that you might have with Jenifer or with David or me. Although I don't know what I could add.
What was interesting to me, and we talked about this a number of times when we met and then just before the show, is that there are office suites that are temporary office spaces for professionals, people who need an office but who don't want to commit to a long-term lease. But you've, in effect, created something here, or the ideal co-working environment sort of flips that on its head, in that you've created a community and then you sort of back into space for it. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that you mentioned earlier also was that on Mondays you actually set aside desk space for unemployed folk. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Well, one of the things that I've always believed in is that businesses are not just there for themselves, they're there for the community. And anything that one can do when they have a soapbox should be done as much as they can. In this current age where there's so many people unemployed and people just need a place to send a fax or just a place to get Wi-Fi. They don't want to sit in a cafe for 4 hours. Every Monday I invite anybody who's unemployed to come and use the space for free. They just simply need to send me an email or call me and ask if a desk is available at that time.
And have people taken you up on that?
We've had only 3 people, but 2 of them have gotten jobs, which is lovely.
Oh, that's great. That's what you want to have happen.
Yeah, one still comes by. And in fact, what ends up happening is that there becomes a relationship that's formed with these people. So they share their experiences with me as they're looking for work, and then often want to do things nice for water cooler. So the last gal who came in a few weeks ago, she ended up taking some hours for me when I was on vacation during the holidays. And, Stearns Business School graduate, very bright, lovely person, and I really enjoyed having her there.
Oh, that's great.
Well, what? Tell us a little bit more about the kind of businesses that have gone in there and the kinds of businesses you're looking to have come in there.
The businesses that are there right now, we have a realtor and in our private office, as well as somebody who does gold parties. The other private desks are, we have a person who is a headhunter. We have a museum consultant, a fellow who does IT, another fellow who's a food importer, and a graphic designer. We welcome all businesses. I got an email yesterday from a fellow who has a social media marketing firm, and he's going to come and test the space out this week sometime. To fill the house with a wide variety of people is great. It almost becomes a Renaissance company where you can truly turn to any person. They don't have to be there physically. You can email someone from the company, from within the company. You don't have to have that person face to face. You have this resource of people that you can tap into at any time.
Now, the whole notion of co-working, though, didn't originate at Water Cooler in Tarrytown. It's been out there. It's been
Absolutely.
Morphing in various ways for a while. Talk to me a little bit about some of the history behind co-working and how it sort of developed.
I think essentially co-working has existed for centuries. People have always worked together under one roof, whether it's making baskets or making cars. Co-working as a movement originated, I would say, probably around 2005, 2006 in what's become known as co-working in the modern day. A number of places cropped up, I believe, in California and New York. There is a movement in Europe as well. There's the hub in Stockholm. So these companies began, as the economy began to change a little bit and take that downturn, people started being laid off, and there was this opportunity for people who were working from home to kind of come together and congregate under one roof. And sometimes these places are formed by independents, and some are formed as people coming together and saying, hey, we all are freelancers. We need a place to get together and work. Let's create one larger hub that we can all work at. There are some spaces that started early on. Indie Hall in Philadelphia is a big one. New York City.
Now, is Indie Hall, though, was that started as sort of a tech startup kind of?
They do tend to attract a lot of technical programmers and apps type people.
Because I know in the city there's Dog Patch Labs, there's General Assembly, and those are primarily young men, frankly, because there are just not enough women in the startup game right now.
And it's growing every year. Some companies do tend to niche themselves, but the co-working movement, every year it seems to double the number of spaces globally. So it just gets larger and larger, and some are niched, and some, like mine, who are in the suburbs, we have to welcome all different kinds of people to our campground, essentially, and so we have a variety of people.
Which is actually good, I think. I think that people, I think going to General Assembly or Dog Patch, it can be kind of intimidating.
Right, we're going to have to take a break now. We're going to be coming back with Jenifer Ross of watercoolerhub.com.